When you go through your first spiritual awakening, be prepared to experience these 3 heartbreaks. This is the ego's first desire, to find fulfillment in the world outside of it by winning positive outcomes like pleasure, wealth, and fame. And so during a spiritual awakening, you have to die to this delusion and come to the realization that all happiness is found within and never from without. Number 2, the heartbreak that you are not special. The ego wants to be special in any way possible. It wants to be more talented, more beautiful, more worthy of love in some way. But God created all beings equal, and so nobody is special. You are a unique expression of the Creator, and that's what makes you lovable. And number 3, the heartbreak that you are not a victim. The ego finds great pleasure in blaming its problems on everything else, including God and the universe. You have created and attracted every negative experience you've ever had based upon the negative karma, the negative thoughts you think, and the pessimistic attitude that you carry towards life. But when you realize this, you begin to see just how powerful you are. And so the first step to finding real happiness and fulfillment is accepting full responsibility for every experience that you draw to yourself.
Eight signs you are in the middle of a spiritual awakening. Number 1, feeling lost and uncertain about your life's direction. This is one of the more earlier signs for you to look for, as it signals a change for something new. Number 2, feeling an intense urge for personal growth and development. There may be a deep reason why you question everything about your life right now, and it may be you're in the middle of a spiritual awakening. Number 3, feeling a strong connection to nature and God. This connection with nature and God is a sign that you may be becoming more sensitive about the world around you and more in tune with who you are becoming. Number 4, your suppressed emotions and trauma are starting to come to the surface. As you move through your spiritual awakening, it's not uncommon for your past traumas to be healed. This is God forcing healing because you can't move forward until you close the door on the past. Number 5, you are feeling a burning, a yearning for inner peace and stillness. As you are going through your spiritual awakening, you may want to just be alone. You may just want to turn the music off and turn the TV off or put your cell phone down. This is a sign you are going through a spiritual awakening. Number 6, you experience magical moments, kind of like deja vu. It's when everything starts just to make sense all of a sudden. This is a sign that you are going through or might be going through a spiritual awakening. Number 7, old habits, old practices seem to not really excite you anymore. There's something about growth that makes you look back at your past and accept that you are moved on. Number 8, you can see yourself growing right before your eyes. It's almost like you're having an out-of-body experience, watching yourself handle situations in ways that you recently did not handle. If you think you are going through a spiritual awakening, I want you to put 2 hearts in the comment section and tell me what the most difficult part of going through a spiritual awakening for you is. Also, I want you to consider following me because I give bits and tips on how to navigate through your spiritual awakening, your spirituality, your spiritual gifts, and many other aspects of your life that are crucial for your development personally, spiritually, and also financially. If you didn't know, now you know.
You will go crazy after a spiritual awakening if you don't understand this. Hypersensitivity management. Spiritual awakenings can become quite terrifying if you don't know how to properly manage your hypersensitivity to the spirit realm, which opens up after your awakening. For most of my clients, it starts off as you feeling people's emotions, sensing energies, hearing frequencies, seeing energy like orbs. But the deeper you go into your spiritual journey without the proper systems, the more outside energies latch onto you because of your hypersensitivity. And slowly you'll start feeling drained, fatigued, overwhelmed. And this can easily turn into hearing voices, seeing spirits, getting unpleasant visions, and tormenting from spirits and your own human judgment of what's going on, which causes delusions resulting in spiritual psychosis. This is a likely outcome to many who jump into the spiritual journey without first consistently practicing grounding, so you don't experience your third eye and crown chakra opening while your root chakra is imbalanced, which disconnects you from the spiritual realm, causing insanity. 2. Protecting yourself constantly from outside energies. And 3rd, practicing neutralization of your hypersensitivity. I go over these 3 things not only on my page, but on the Spiritual Gifts Masterclass I'm hosting October 9th. So if you want to reach your highest spiritual potential, make sure to go save your seats.
Hey friends, I got good news for you. We're at the very beginning of the consciousness shift that we've been hearing about for so long. This is it. I'll explain to you why I think that and what it means. And it does have something to do with the new administration in the US government. And it doesn't matter what side of the aisle you're on, this is good for everybody in the long run. So here's what's happening. I was listening to the Explorer tape, the new one today from the Monroe Institute, and they were channeling this higher intelligence, this higher consciousness that was saying the knowledge for us to go through this consciousness shift is here. It's all around us and it's trying to get through to us, but it can't because we're full of our belief systems. Now, if you have a strong belief system, if you believe something is the way it is, it doesn't matter if somebody gives you new information contrary to it, you're not going to believe it, right? So right now what's happening is we can't take this next step up on the evolutionary consciousness ladder until we accept the information, and we can't accept the new information until we get rid of our old belief systems. So what you're seeing right now, especially in America, but spreading across the globe, is the tearing down of the old belief systems, the changing of the guard. By exposing the corruption, the lies, the deceit, the stealing, and the cheating, by exposing all that, it's making people question everything. Question their reality, question their government, question their leaders. And this is good. And as we start questioning this, we'll also start questioning modern science and philosophy. And we'll start questioning, does our brain really create consciousness, or is consciousness fundamental and just uses the brain as a transducer? We'll start questioning everything. And once we start questioning everything, it opens up room and space for new knowledge and new downloads. And when this happens, we'll have this collective awakening, because across the board, people will start saying, hey, what if we're more than our physical bodies? What if consciousness is eternal and fundamental? What if there's a reincarnation process and this isn't everything? What if? And they start going down that path. When that happens, it springs this new consciousness into reality. We all level up, we all ascend, and we all basically improve and upgrade our quality of consciousness. And this is the shift. When it happens at a mass scale, at a tipping point, then beautiful things happen. I don't know exactly what's going to happen because I haven't been there, but I can feel that we're at the precipice. I can feel it. And I think that the Trump administration serves as a bulldozer, bulldozing all of the old belief systems out of the way to make room for the new. So I'm not in any way saying Trump is going to usher in this new golden age of enlightenment and, higher level of consciousness. What I'm saying is he's clearing the way. He's bulldozing out all the old to make room for the new, and that is step one. That is the most important part, because once that happens, oh my God, it's like springtime, it starts raining, and all the flowers bloom. That's what I think. Let me know what you think. Have a beautiful day. Peace.
The scariest part of awakening is that you can no longer be the old you. You can no longer unsee what you have seen. And many times what happens is things have to change. People in your relationships have to change. Your career and your work life has to change. The things that you find passion in have to change. Why? Because awakening is a spiritual awakening. Awakening is a process of you no longer being this third dimension version of you. And that gets scary. It gets scary because the entire life that you have constructed was constructed from the old you, the fear-based you, the scared you. I'm here to encourage you, if you're going through this right now, and let you know that you have the courage within you to overcome any of the obstacles and challenges that you're facing when it comes to your awakening journey. And the more and more that you heal, the more and more that you release, and the more and more that you heal, and the more and more that you release the control of the mind and the ego, the more and more that you allow yourself to tap into your heart, your intuition, your true power. And what I can promise you is this: life gets 100 times more abundant, 100 times easier, and 100 times more in flow when you have awakened. Once you face that fear, once you let go of what no longer serves you, and once you step into the new you and your new life.
6 things you must understand on your spiritual journey. 1. The spiritual path is challenging not because the universe intends to cause you suffering, because your mission requires a higher calling. To attain a higher state of awareness, you must undergo inner transformation. 2. If you attach yourself to something, you can also detach. You always hold the power to let go. It just requires effort and intention on your part. 3. If you don't like something that you can't change, the only option is taking away the power that keeps it existing in your reality, your attention. 4. Do not let fear deprive you of bettering your life. Do not live in doubt and limitation. It's better to try than to waste time wondering of what could have been. 5. Evolution requires a sacrifice. If you wish to become your best self, you must let go of the current self. You must let go of anything that is stopping you from becoming the best version of you. 6. The calmer you are, the clearer your thinking becomes. Remaining conscious with your decisions will allow you to align yourself to the purpose of your character.
Why is it that ancients were so obsessed with these mythical creatures? A man, an eagle, a bull, and a lion. We even see this in ancient Christianity. The bull is Taurus. Leo is the lion. The man is Aquarius, and the eagle is an old symbol for Scorpio. These are the 4 fixed signs of the zodiac. These 4 signs represent the middle of each season. Each one of these signs corresponds with an element. In the esoteric world, they teach you that you have 4 bodies and not 1. And your 4 dimensions correspond with the 4 elements, which also correspond with the zodiac signs. Aquarius is an air sign, which represents the mind. Taurus is an earth sign, which represents the physical body. Leo is a fire sign, which is the spiritual body. Scorpio is a water sign, which is the emotional body. These mythical creatures never actually existed. They're showing you the 4 dimensions of your soul. Aquarius the mind, Scorpio the emotions, Taurus the physical body, and Leo the lion, the spirit. These depictions are showing you the 4 different bodies of your soul. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, Scorpio. The spirit, the body, the mind, and emotion. Each gospel shows Jesus according to the different body of consciousness. All of this symbolism in the Sumerians and the Bible is talking about you.
So here's something else that they don't tell you when you're having a spiritual awakening. They don't tell you about the sadness that happens, the sense of loss that you have, the depression that kicks in, the anxiety that kicks in, and even other mental health issues that come along with awakening. And the reason that these things come up is because when you go through this spiritual awakening, you feel everything. You feel more. You feel happiness at levels that you have never felt, and you feel sadness at levels that you've never felt. So in my awakening, the first thing that I awakened to was myself. And so when you awaken to yourself, you see yourself as you truly are. And sometimes that's a very sobering experience, because I started to recognize the low vibrational behaviors in me. And I looked at those and I became sad about that. I became sad about the people that I've harmed before and things that I've done that were not right. As if that's not enough, then you start having an awakening about the people around you, the people that are close to you. And that's another sad episode that happens. So you have the sadness from yourself, you have the sadness from the people around you. And then the next step is you start looking at the world. You start looking at this planet. You feel the pain of this planet. You feel the pain of people as you walk around. You can literally feel the energy of other people. And so all of this feeling that you're having can become overwhelming to your system, which is why we go into the places of depression or anxiety or sadness or feeling a sense of loss. It's actually normal. I want you to know that if you're having a spiritual awakening, it is going to affect you mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. It's going to affect you because you don't become in tune with this world and not be affected by it. And so I remember going through this process, and then I also remember just feeling like, oh my gosh, I just want to go into a cave and just stay away from everybody and become isolated. And I did do that for a while, but I also had to realize that that was a season and I was not supposed to stay in isolation, because awakening to higher levels of consciousness is not given to you for you to go into a cave and die. It's given to you so that you can remember who you are, so that you can alchemize and transmute all the pain, all the issues, everything, and for you to turn all of that into light. Now, that light is not meant to stay in a cave. That light is meant to be shined throughout this world. Not in a way where we force light into people's faces. We simply just walk through our lives shining the light. And whoever is interested in that light, they'll come to you.
You're not crazy, you're not broken, you're just ascending. Here are 7 signs that you are ascending in April 2025. 1, complete and utter exhaustion. You're noticing that you need more sleep than normal, and even when you get a lot of sleep, maybe it never feels like it's enough. You're needing to take naps more often as your body integrates this higher frequency energy that's now coming in. 2, self-care is now a full-time job, and you may be noticing that you suffer when your self-care is lacking, when you're not getting enough sleep, when you are not eating nutritiously, when you are not taking the time to meditate and to reflect and to integrate all the stuff, all the noise that might be coming at you right now. Sign number 3, headaches and heartaches. So your heart and your head, your crown chakra, your third eye chakras, these are all getting upgraded right now. And so as the darkness gets pushed out, it can feel like pain in the heart, pain in the head, which might be a little scary, but know that most likely it's just ascension symptoms. And the note of that, sign number 4 is chronic pain flaring up. So you may just be noticing lots of chronic pain right now, old wounds that haven't hurt you in a long time, like really just flaring up all of a sudden. You might feel like your body is completely fallen apart and like you're getting old and just feeling a bit helpless about your body because it feels like it's working against you. But know that this is just a purge. It's just releasing that dark energy. Be kind to it as it does so. And know that you will return to a place of even better health, actually, once this is over. 5, struggles with money. I don't think I need to say much else. This is very prevalent right now. If this is you, you are welcome to join me and fellow lightworkers for my free workshop series, the Quantum Abundance Accelerator. We still have 1 week of lives left, and you can of course catch up on all the replays. That said, we are stepping into new levels, higher capacities for abundance right now, which again looks like the exact opposite as we lead up to that. Sign number 6, aggressive, dark, intrusive thoughts. Know that these are not yours. This is the Matrix kind of trying to hold you back right now. You don't need to attach to them. And then finally, 7, going off of that, bad dreams. This is kind of the crux of those thoughts coming together and kind of torturing you in your dreams. Know that not all of the ascension symptoms are bad. I just did a long YouTube video where I go into 4 more of these signs, which are positive signs. So if you're interested in that, I would encourage you to check that video out. Stay powerful. You've got this. Keep on keeping, and much love.